Okay, so in these examples, I'm going to show you how to solve using the quadratic formula, and this is the way it's going to pop up on IXL for you. So solve using the quadratic formula. We have to first remember what our quadratic formula is. It's x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. We can only use this formula when our quadratic equation is in standard form and set equal to 0. So our first example here is 3g squared plus 4g minus 8 equals 0. So it's already set equal to 0. It's in standard form, so I just need to identify my a, which is 3, my b, which is 4, and my c, which is negative 8. Once I do that, I can plug everything in to the equation. Negative 4, don't forget your parentheses, plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 8, all divided by 2 times a of 3. Our next step here is to clean up everything in this problem. So negative 4 plus or minus the square root. I'm going to clean up the bottom first, that's 6. And then we can use our calculator, clear whatever's in there. 4 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 8 is 112. Now let's see if 112 is a perfect square. You probably already know it's not, but if not, you just press enter and you see a fraction. You see a decimal. So because it is not a perfect square, in here we can either leave it as an improper fraction or we can make a decimal. I would prefer to do the decimal. So how you're going to do that is you're going to plug it into your calculator, and you have the Desmos version. You just go to desmos.com and start typing. The link's also on your assignment page. Parentheses, negative 4 plus the square root of 112. Press enter and divide by 6. So your one answer is going to be 1.0971. And because we did the plus sign first, I'm going to do the minus. Square root. Divide by 6. And my other x is negative 2.4305. You're going to notice in the problem they ask for a decimal round to the nearest hundredth. Your hundredth place is here. In here, it's always the second decimal place. So we look at the number to the right. Since that number is greater than 5, it rounds this 9 up to a 10, which then makes that a 1. Same thing for the next one. You look to the number to the right of 3, which is 0. So x is negative 2.43. And those would be the two answers you would plug into G. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. It's already in standard form. I'm just going to write my equation again right here. And identify my A, B, and C. My A is 8, my B is negative 2, and my C is negative 7. X equals a negative 2 plus or minus the square root. Do not forget your parentheses, and the square goes outside. Minus 4 times A times C all over 2 times A. All right, let's clean up the fraction. Negative 2 is a positive 2, plus or minus the square root. 2 times 8 is 16. Let's clean up the inside. negative 2 squared minus 4 times 8 times negative 7 gives me 228. Now we're going to see if 228 is a perfect square, which it is not, so we're going to have to do the same thing as we did before. I'm first going to do the plus, so 2 plus the square root of 228, and divide that by 16. My first answer is 1.068, and then I'm going to do it with the minus sign. 2 minus the square root of 228 divided by 16, and my other answer is negative 0.8187. Okay, so round to the nearest hundredth place, which is our second decimal place. The number to the right of 6 is greater than 5. So your final answer is 1.07. Same thing here. Here's my hundredth place. Look to the right. Since 8 is greater than 5, that's going to change the 1 to a 2. And these are your two answers. I'm attaching a video that'll show you how to plug your answers into IXL also.